EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by McCann. And it's now a 7-0 game. McCann's got it teed up. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. It's coming this way. Coming this way.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Charles, you talk about this offense this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slow down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Check the 60, Panther 60. Check your hot read. Say, hey.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. The solid stiff arm. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
Tannehill. He'll get this complete to Batson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
Let's get off the field, Pete. Let's get off the field.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the...
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it.
It's picked up by the Titans. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Always
always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First down, Tennessee.
Let's go. Lady. Block. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that. Trick left.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards after the pickup. 2nd and 6.
There you go, right here. 30. Deep.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to let this one go deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you.
On first down, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. 2nd and 9.
Mike 21, check street.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Jump.
He'll look to throw.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker.
And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
That's complete. Okuegbunam.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Nice, sweetheart.
Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown, Colts. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
McCann now for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
McCann's got it teed up.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 3rd down, Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
67 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Block. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Defense, win shield.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And all the way down to the 12. A big play that time for the Titans.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. His throw incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Mike 21, check. Check. Mirrors back and go full strength. Hey, smash, motion. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21.
You're trash.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Cowboy 80.
Watch the twist.
Hey, check Mike. Watch your define.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check. 42's the mic.
Hurry.
42's the mic.
Play. Rip right.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
Watch the screen.
Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Tannehill.
Watch the pass.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Mike's 4-2. Tackles.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback.
We got this.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
Lady!
41 Mike. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw. 41's coming. 41's a Mike.
Go, Zeke.
Let's go.
Check.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Five down. Stand up in.
They snap it to Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, D.
79 Broncos.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Mason complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
2nd and 1. He'll get that complete to Albert O.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots, They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
55's Mike, guys.
They'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
53's the Mike. 53. Check.
They'll look to throw.
Let's go.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Tannehill on 1st down. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Let's go.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
42. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And Bullock will put this one through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane. And they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Check 50, check 50. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. That is caught by Anderson. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
26, Mike, 26.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Check. 42's the mic.
Tannehill now to throw.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
This complete to Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, You tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Anthony Ferkser, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for Indy. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. McCann for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he gets another one through to extend the lead. McCann's got it teed up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Out, 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 out. There you go, Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
Here's Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Tannehill's throw here complete to Batson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Yeah, they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table. Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They've been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
You see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.